Welcome to the week 1 summary of the social media driving licence with myself, Andy Creasner.
Me, Georgina Cronin.
And me, Ange Fitzpatrick.
Everyone knew their names, we started so well. So week 1 was called Framing the Licence. We're also joined by Mark Andrews as a special guest who presented on Yammer. This isn't going to be the whole session. This is going to be a flavour of the session as a reminder. Also, there's a few people who couldn't make it, boo-hoo, who will hopefully catch up through this medium. But it's also a way to revisit the content and also for the wider world to see what we did during the session. So it'll be much shortened.
Yes, we'll just be focusing on the key points and things perhaps that surprised us or interested us
Yeah.
from what the students gave us some feedback.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so during the session we covered ground rules and approach, explored why everyone signed up for the course. We tried to establish the current impact of social media, the existing knowledge in the room. We discussed the barriers to and concerns about social media, and we attempted to detail the structure and requirements of the course, and explored Judge's presence on social media, or at least we began to, by showing the Connect With Us page. And we detailed the week 1 tasks. So we started off with everyone introducing themselves and finding out what word for them summed up social media. Should we try and remember a few of those?
Yeah, there's things like communication and
Connection.
networking.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
Opportunity, I liked.
Yeah, there are a few people who are slightly nervous about it, so I think, I can't remember the exact words, but just things of a more negative nature came up as well, which was to be expected.
Yeah.
But,
So
yes.
time wasting, double-edged.
Yes, that was a good one.
Two of the
Yeah,
ones.
there's a few cheats who use more than one word.
Yeah, hyphens, that's an issue.
Hyphens used
Right.
terribly.
So under ground rules we covered the fact that although we would support people, there's an element of the peer support is key to the course. Also that we were expecting people to share and connect, not only internally within Judge but beyond it. That also we expected a level of commitment that everyone completed the task, attended every session that they could. Yeah, so...
We also added the element of adventurous spirit in, which is something we will revisit. And this is about taking some risks, about throwing yourself into the cultures and norms of the platform in the belief that you'll get more out of it because you put more in.
And we also spoke a little bit about the curriculum. There is a curriculum up on the blog at the moment, but it is a very rough guide, and so to be able to follow along with what tasks you'll need to do as part of the course, do check the blog posts that are specific to that particular week as well.
We also made it clear that it's a toolkit, this course, it's not a strategic framework. We can't give anyone a full social media strategy for them to go and use. It's about understanding the tools, working out how they might be employed, and then creating a strategy for yourself, because the people on the course know their department better than anyone else and what they need to do.
Yeah.
So then we asked everyone why they were here and what sort of... We had some good discussion and the themes that came out were...
People want to know a little bit more. They dabbled, but they want to consolidate their knowledge.
They sort of wanted to know how to use social media in their working lives quite a lot, and sort of striking that balance.
Confidence was a big one. Quite a few
Definitely.
key teams talked about gaining confidence.
Yeah, the divide between personal and professional use was also a theme that emerged here. We talked a bit about how we felt we couldn't ignore social media any longer, and Eric Coleman's quote, "We don't have a choice on whether we do social media, the choice is how well we do it." We resisted showing the Socialnomics video, but it is available from the week 1 playlist. The reasons why I said I don't think we can ignore it anymore is because social media has proved not to be a fad. Our clients are on there, our competitors are on there. Most of the activity on the web is now social media rather than porn. Trust and recommendations in respect of people recommending stuff on social media platforms, that has a higher, there's a trust rating associated with that. People trust their peers, they don't trust traditional advertising anymore. And also the fact that social media leads to really exciting new opportunities as well. And overarching this is my view that we're living in the age of the individual, where people feel they have the right to reply, to get responses to things that they complain about, and that they've got freedom of choice and expression. And finally, I got a bit hippie because I think life is about relationships and communication, and that at the end of the day is what social media is.
Yeah.
I know, I touched your heart there, didn't I?
You did.
Impact of social media. We showed a few images that illustrated this, but then we went on to a quiz, which we won't go through now, but we had a geography round, we had true or false, One of the true or false things was more people in the world own a mobile phone than a toothbrush. Imagine that,
There was much hilarity, but one
Hilarity.
of the hilarity.
Hilarity.
But one of the things that we did as well this session was we had a social media counter running in the background that was counting
We
tweets and Facebook posts. And one of the things it was counting was the number of Android phones that had been activated. And in our session, we found that 4 were being activated every second. So the concept of more people having a smartphone than a toothbrush suddenly becomes a lot more believable.
Yeah. Some other things, what the 4 C's of marketing as opposed to the 4 P's. Because they've changed, well they've not changed, but there's a new way of looking at marketing because of social media. HR use music, there was a music round, we talked about YouTube. Quite a few people were surprised that YouTube is the second most used search engine on the web
It
now.
definitely surprised me. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Do you want to talk about a few of the other interesting things from the questions?
Yeah, we looked at how big certain social networks were, and most people were surprised to find Google Plus as being very highly used globally, and also WhatsApp.
Yeah, and I quite liked the true or false sort of questions. Really did take people by surprise, particularly the toothbrush one, which we already mentioned. But yeah, no, it was really good, and I think the lowering the age limit on LinkedIn to 13 years old sort of true or false question got a lot of gasps and shocked surprise.
So you only have to be 13 to join LinkedIn.
There's kids selling lemonade in the States, which I think it does.
I know, networking, it works.
Then we asked what colour people were in terms of traffic lights. Are they, in terms of social media, are they red, which is
Stop right there, I'm not ready for all of this. Whoa.
amber, which is,
I'm interested, but not quite there yet.
and green, I'm on it, I'm there, I'm wanting to be social already. And then getting them to write on post-its, on corresponding colour post-its, on red if they're still cautious about using social media.
And amber if they're still making their mind up.
Yeah.
And green was sort of why you currently use social media now.
Yeah. So I'll just get these. This is a stack of post-its that we got. And we got slightly more green and orange than pink,
Yes.
or red.
Red.
And we're going to make these available in some format, possibly a Prezi, so that people can look at these and look at the detail of those.
Yeah, some really interesting comments in there though.
Yeah.